Tom Barnes Chicago scene at the bar Bourbon on Division. They have all sorts of acts here. It's in the Wicker Park neighborhood. Good times. And my friend Daniel Donato is playing tonight. How are you, sir?
Fantastic.
So you hail from Nashville, correct? Mm-hmm. So people who haven't heard of your music before, I think you have a really cool story about how you started to play music around the age of 12. Mm-hmm. Then you had like this band that was huge in Nashville that they played, and you always wanted to play with them. You got to play with them a little bit, but then they retired, and then you wanted to continue in that legacy. Why don't you start from there?
Yeah, I actually ended up playing with them a lot. So they would play, it's a band called the Don Kelley Band, and people think of Music City for a reason, and there really is like a couple bands that created that legend, and this was one of them. And they would play at this one small honky-tonk called Robert's Western World on Broadway down there, and they would play Wednesday through Saturday. We played for 4 hours a night. And
that's a long time.
Long time. So I played with them actually quite a lot. Like if you were to quantify it, it's like played with them 464 shows. So a lot of stage time, a lot of high pressure playing music with high intensity and high accuracy, which is like a very interesting value to apply to music. A lot of people don't. Like, especially down there, it's very loose. Friends get up and play. Yeah, if you don't know the song, play it anyway because someone threw $100 in the tip jar.
Sure.
This was way different than that. This was like this was an organization that had intention and vision, and that was just. It was kind of like my college.
Right, I was gonna say it sounds like it was cutting your teeth to get you ready for what you wanted to be. And I've read a lot of articles. Like I forgot the other artist, but they said Waylon Jennings and somebody else had a baby. It would be you.
Oh yeah, Grateful Dead, Waylon Jennings. Yeah.
Like talk about your music and what you draw from and what people should expect when they come and see you play.
Yeah, cosmic country. It's like it really is that. It's
right.
Like,
that's a term you coined, right? Cosmic country.
It kind of found me. It's like it's like a subset of country, just like there's like jam grass, you hear about that kind of thing, or you hear about indie rock, or you hear about all kinds of, cosmic country is kind of a thing that the Grateful Dead did, Graham Parsons did it, a lot of other artists did it, but those are going to be the more like well-known, established contributors to it. And it kind of found me social media. A lot of people started calling it cosmic country. I had no idea what it was. And then I started looking into it. It's like, man, that really is where I'm coming from. And so I look at it as like a tree. I'm just like a branch on the tree. So at our shows, I'm really focused on songs, but we're also very focused on improvisation and high intensity and high accuracy on both of those.
Right, and I read.
So it's a party.
Yeah, I read that you, at one point in the process of playing with the band, and what was the name of the band again?
The Don Kelley Band.
Yeah. When you were playing with them, you always wanted to be able to sell out the arena, which was like 1,000 feet or footsteps.
Oh, the Ryman, 24 feet.
24? Oh, from the door to door, right, yeah.
24.
But in that process of wanting to do that, you also said you just wanted to be the best guitarist in the world.
Yeah.
How's that going?
I think it's going
on
pretty
your way?
well. Yeah, absolutely. When you're young, you kind of look at these archetypal goals, and there's like a lot that is like a lot of data and a lot of story and just a lot of more high resolution reality that you don't account for, and you just kind of compress all this drive and passion into one statement, like you want to be the best guitarist in the world. The thing about guitar is it's not a realm where it trophies quantitative at a measurement a lot like an athlete would be. Like you legitimately could say Michael Jordan was like the best basketball player, Floyd Mayweather statistically is like the best fighter, right? It's like, or Joe Rogan has the most popular podcast, because like there's quantifiable. With music, it's a little bit more subjective to that, or objective rather. And so, I still have that same drive, and I understand the intention of what that young guy was saying, and I have it still.
Who would you compare to where you want to be as far as guitarists out there? Like,
I love Billy Strings. I love what Billy Strings is doing.
Yeah.
That would be the most modern replication of someone I find a parallel with. Authentic music. Only one guy and his band could sound like that, and the scale in which their fans are able to consume them at is just perfect.
And is that something similar to what people can expect when they come and see a show with you?
Yeah, absolutely.
And
you not trying to copy it at all. So it's like, that's an interesting thing with music, especially living in Nashville. There's a lot of people that see a trend it's like AirPods, right? Like you go into a gas station, there's like all kinds of off-brand AirPods. It's like, well, nothing's better than Apple.
Right.
You know, but in music, you want to try to be Apple. You want to try to be your own thing.
Right, authenticity. That's what really separates bands from other bands, right?
My gosh. Yeah, and the thing about authenticity is it's like a value that has no amount of forms that it can find itself in. So like you as an artist are a form, right? And if there was someone else next to me who is an artist, say there's a meta artist right here that's invisible, and he's in the metaverse, he could have as much authenticity as anyone in the world, yet be completely different, but yet transpersonally same, because he has authenticity.
Right on.
And it's that kind of thing. So that was trying to be the best guitarist in the world. It's like something a young kid would say.
Sure.
But then something a young kid wouldn't do, which I ended up doing, which most of them, you know, you don't do because it's kind of crazy, is you end up having all these synchronous events in your life that like give you opportunities to actually fulfill such a vision. And that really is, I could trace a line, and it's rather non-linear. It's no simple highway. It's left and right, backwards, up. That has led me from my bedroom to here today, speaking with you. And I just try to be patient, persistent, and positive through each moment of it as much as I can as like part of my practice.
I subscribe to the same philosophy. Sometimes I have to work on the patient part, but which is it's the test of true time for sure.
Yeah.
For people who want to follow you and find out more information, if they are not able to catch the show tonight, what's the best way for them to go ahead and do that?
Cosmic Country in Google, or Daniel Donato in Google, and that'll bring you to YouTube, it'll bring you TikTok, Instagram, my website, Cosmic Country Club, which is a whole world that people can look into and get involved with.
And that's where they can find your music, a new album, all that good stuff?
Absolutely. Spotify. I'm still on Spotify. Apple Music, Tidal, all the streaming platforms of your choice, YouTube Music, anything, Amazon.
All there.
It's all there. Yeah.
Fantastic. Well,
thank you for my management too for making sure it's all there, so I can just focus on music.
Shout out to the managers.
Shout out to the managers, and also shout out to the fans. Fans are which you know, music and the band and the artistry is a soil, and without the rain, the natural water, the energy that grows a plant from soil, that's what the fans serve. So really shout out to the fans. I cannot state that enough.
Awesome. Well, best of luck tonight. We'll see you, or we'll see you on YouTube, hear you on Spotify and the whole thing. Daniel, I appreciate it. And that is the Chicago scene for today out here in Wicker Park. T. Barnes at WGNTV.com if you have a suggestion for the Chicago scene. That's TBARNAS at WGNTV.com. See you later, Daniel. Thanks.
Keep it cosmic.